In this video, I'm going to show you some drum and bass MIDI patterns you can use in your next drop. I'll build each pattern using a simple bass sound, and then I'll also show you how I've used this bass pattern in a drop from one of my tracks. Before we start, we need to understand the structure of a drop. Let's imagine you're making a 32 bar drop. Now let's split that in half, so you've got two 16 bar sections. Now looking at the first 16 bar section, let's split that in half again. Now we've got two 8 bar sections. If you just focus on creating the first 8 bars of your bass MIDI, the remaining 24 bars becomes easy. You just have to do small variations. So let's focus on the first 8 bar section for this video. So on the screen here, we've got the first 8 bar section. And you'll see along the top, I've got this simple formula, A, B, A, C. Each section is 2 bars long. When creating a bass MIDI, what you want to do is focus on the first 2 bars. Once this is made, you'll call this A. So bars 1 and 2 will be A. You can then exactly duplicate what you've made to bars 5 and 6, which is also A. Then you'll come to B and make a new section. This could be inspired from A if you want, or it could be something completely different. This will be bars 3 and 4. Once this is done, you'll come to bars 7 and 8, which is section C, where you can create a brand new section as well if you want, or it can be inspired from section B. Then you'll have a full 8 bars complete, and you can easily then move on and do the next 24 bars, and then you'll have a full drop. Now there's lots of different formulas you can use, of course, but this is the most effective one. So I recommend starting with this one, and that's what we're going to be using in this video. Now let's go through each type of pattern. For this video, I'm going to define note lengths in bars. That's just because that's what Serum does, and most other synths display that way as well. So let's start with notes that are half a bar in length or longer. So I've got a generic bass sound. So let's create a bass pattern. The first thing I need to do is determine what key my track is in. If the track is in D sharp, for example, the root note of D sharp is D sharp. I'm almost always going to use the root note as my first bass note. So I'm going to start my drop with a D sharp. So let's go with a note that's a bar long. Now that's the first note done. We need to do the second bar to get the full A section. So I'm going to add another note. Now we could go here and create this. But that's a bit boring and we want a bit of movement in the track. So let's put it down 1 semitone instead. So now that's done, we can copy this and bring it all the way to bars 5 and 6 because it's going to be the same. Now let's move on to section B, and I can literally just do something simple, maybe a very long bass like this. And then section C, I need to vary it again. We could just do something very simple, maybe another one of these, but shorten it. And then let's have a half note that goes here. So now I've got half a bar note, 2 bar note. So let's listen to this with some generic drums. And now let's listen to that in a real example where I fine-tuned the basses and I've fit some appropriate drums to it. These sounds are from my Rollers drum and bass pack. Any packs I mention in this video can be found in the description down below. Now let's look at a quarter dot notes. So these are 1.5 beats. So one of these up to here plus another half. Now let's go to half a beat mode so I can draw it on. So let me place one down here and you'll see it's 3 half beats, which equals 1.5 beats. And if I just draw 3 on like this, and I've just shortened this last one here down so I can duplicate it across multiple bars and it stays in time. So listen to this. Now I typically use this kind of pattern to create a wobble bass, and I'll show you an example of that now. So you can see on this Serum patch, I've got an LFO shape and it's on the rate of a quarter dot. So if I was to play this with the drums, it should get the same effect, but it sounds like a wobble now. Now, if you want to take things a step further and add even more intricacy to the bass, you could do something like this LFO pattern instead. So what I've done is put it on 2 bar mode, and then you can see I've used 1.5 beats to draw on these slightly different shapes each time. I've also put smooth on here to give a more smooth output. And now listen to how it sounds. See, it's got more movement in the bass, and you can do more customization with each note, so it's not just the same every time. Now let's listen to a final polished example of the quarter dot note. And you might be thinking, I want to hear the rest of this. What about the next 7 bars? We'll come back to that towards the end of the video. Now let's look at quarter notes. So these kind of notes can make quite a melodic pattern. And let me just brainstorm like a melody. I'll be right back. So let's imagine something like this. Then if I just go to the full 8 bars, again, I can copy this here. And then normally what I'd do for this is like copy this and create some sort of variation. So let's do something very simple. And then we've got a very simple pattern created already. So if we listen to it with some drums. And then in full context with a proper process bass from my upcoming Jump Up Volume 2 sample pack. Next, we have quarter T notes. In other words, this is 0.6 recurring of a beat. So to create this, we can come to here and select the 1/3 beat note here. Now this has given us each beat in thirds. So when I place this down here, you can see it's now in thirds. And then if yours is off beat for any reason, you can just come here and put it like that. So now I can create a pattern like this. And then if we just extend this, so we get the full 2 bars. Now let's have a listen. Now I do a similar thing to the quarter dots with Serum to create a wobble bass with this. That's what this sounds best with. And let's listen to a real example so you can understand it better. So listen very carefully to this track and you'll see it's the exact same pattern. So you hear it? The du 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 du. Let's just listen one more time. Compare it to this. Now again, I'm not going to show the rest of the 6 bars of this. You'll see why later on. Now the next bass pattern I want to go over is 1/8 notes. This is half a beat. So we can go to half beat here and then draw on some half beats. So if I just draw on a few of these like this, and then we can create some sort of pattern. And then just duplicate this and do this for the full 8 bars. Now we've got a pretty cool pattern. Now you might be wondering, I haven't followed the ABAC method for this. I have actually used this. You'll see later on in the real life example how it works. But let's listen to the real life example using this pattern before it turns into the ABAC. So let's listen to the bass in this and you'll see it's the exact same one as the one above using 1/8 notes. So you can see very fast, very groovy. If you're enjoying my teaching so far, why not check out my Music Production Academy, where you can learn lots and lots more about how to produce and finish track after track. And you can also get one-to-one feedback from myself. Link down below in the description for more information on that. So now you've learned the main bass MIDI patterns. Obviously, they're not always used just on their own. You can combine these different note patterns on the same track with the same basses or by adding new basses. Let's look at what happens when you add new basses first. So let's go back to the 1/4 dot example, and I'm going to unlock this now and show you the full track for the 8 bars, and you'll see how it's used the quarter dots for the first bar. It's used 1/8 notes here, and then it's used longer half plus notes. So let's listen.
The secret potion is a spiritual treasure.
And you can see it's still following the ABAC pattern. We've got A. In this case, B was inspired from A, but then varied. and then C is something completely different. There's other stuff in here that's not basses. Now let's unlock the rest of the example from quarter T. So you'll notice this first section is a quarter T. This next section is half plus note, then it goes back again, and then we get variation with more longer notes. And then finally, let's listen to the 1/8 example, which has the half beat notes playing throughout underneath it, but still sticks to this A, B, A, C pattern with all the extra basses on top and the drums making some variation as well. Now it's also common to use different lengths of notes with the same bass. So you might have a MIDI that uses quarter notes and eighth notes in the same track. Now let's look at some examples of them. So let's have a look at this bass pattern from a track I've been working on recently, where if we go onto beat mode, you can see it's got quarter notes and also 1/8 notes as well. So let's play it and you can hear. You can see both those types of notes work really well together using the same bass type. And that's not every single type of pattern. There are other ones as well. For example, here there's 1/8 dot, which is 3/4 of a beat. And this can be useful for creating different rhythms. So you'll see this melody here from my track Your Love uses these 8th dot notes here, 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 and here. Let's have a listen. And there will be other examples that I've missed as well, but it's just too much to cover in one video. The ones I've shown you today are the ones I use in most of my tracks. If you enjoyed this video, why not watch this video here, where I actually take you through a full track, free to make as well, and I show you the step-by-step process of how I made it, from the intro to the drop to finishing the track. And you can get better and better at music production.